Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of the TV show Outlander, then you might recognise today's location. I'm down at the Ayrshire coast and I'm at the castle of Dunure, which apparently has been used several times as a location. A wee bit too bright and too clear for traditional landscape photography, so my plan is to get down to the beach, take a few abstract photographs, some fine art, long exposures, all that sort of stuff, and I'm pretty sure I'll grab a couple of shots of the castle while I'm in the area.
You can see the castle just through the gap in these rocks. It's not particularly prominent though. I don't know if there's a better angle somewhere, or maybe going back a little bit further. Or going closer. I'll play around, I'm sure I get the feeling there's a shot there. Obviously we're in shadow here at the moment, but the sun's kind of coming and going behind some low-lying clouds, so I think it's only a matter of time before, and just as I said that, the sun comes out again. So I think it's just a matter of time, just waiting until we have either some light on these rocks and then also on the castle, or just the castle lit up. I think that'll make for quite a nice shot. And let me talk you through this shot that I've just set up. I found this stone sitting on this rock. I've no idea if that's natural or not, because there's another one on that rock over there, so I don't know if somebody's just been playing around. But basically what I've done is I've set up a composition. Let me just brighten this so you can see it. Set up a composition here on where I've focused on the stone and I still have the castle in the background. I don't know if you can really see that. Anyway, I've still got the castle in the background. I'm focused on the stone, and I've stopped down to the f16 to try and get quite a deep, quite a big depth of field. I might also focus stack this, and I'll take the shot where I've focused on the rock and then I'll refocus on the castle and take the same shot again. My only problem is I have to be quite quick because the light is changing. There's a little bit of a wind, you may be able to hear that on the microphone, and so that's moving these clouds pretty quickly, and that in turn means the shadows are moving constantly, so I'm going to have to be pretty quick to take the shot. But yeah, I think I'll do that. I've got it on a 2-second timer, so I focused there on the rock and just refocus on the castle. Yep, and I'll take the same shot again. It's weird, isn't it? I came out this morning convinced I was not going to take any colour photographs. I wasn't going to take any pictures of the castle, and I was just going to concentrate on the water and the rocks and do some long exposure arty shots. And here I am, done nothing but take colour and infrared shots of the castle, and hardly taken any shots of the water yet. That may change. Stay tuned. Okay, right, I kind of like this shot. Okay, let me just turn this up a bit so you can see it. What I've done is what initially drew me to the shot was this bright yellow kind of lichen stuff on the boulders there. I thought that was contrasting really well with the bright blue sky. Light's gone again just now. So it'll probably work better in colour, I think, because of the contrast, but I think it also looks like it might be quite a dramatic black and white shot of the castle. And as I was taking that, I moved my camera bag over there, just out of the way, and when I was over here I noticed that there's actually probably a better shot here, because you get the castle in the gap in the rock there, plus there's actually more of these yellow coloured boulders. So I think I'm going to quickly move here now and try and get this shot. There's another shaft of light just coming through the scene just now, so I think in about a minute or so that's probably going to hit the castle, so I'll shut up and grab this shot. I've moved over a little bit further, over to the rocks on the other side of the little bay that was it, for several reasons. The main one, as you can probably see in the shot, is that a family came along, and I think they're all trying to outdo each other and who's got the brightest clothes on. So it was kind of spoiling the shot, should we say. But that's not too much of a problem, because I found this lovely little spot. You got this lichen covered rock here, the pool of water, and then obviously the castle in the background again, and it's making for some nice shots. I'm just looking around. Again, we've got that lovely yellow colour that I was so intrigued by, but this extra green lichen and moss that we've got on both sides of these boulders is really it's really catching my eye. So I think what I might do is actually move over slightly. I'm where I am just now because I wanted to include this pool of water, but I think I might actually, just by moving around a little bit, you can actually place the castle pretty much in between these two boulders. I still have a little glint of light from the pool, and the loud coloured family are there as well. So I think there might be a wee bit of Photoshop coming up, but yeah, that's a nice shot, I like that. Okay, what I've done here is I've gone into portrait format, and I've done something I very rarely do now, is I've popped a graduated filter on, and the reason for that, I don't know if you'll be able to see that from here, but without it the sky is just burning out, but with it at least I can control some of the contrast and pull some detail back into the sky. It's not ideal because obviously it's quite a irregular skyline, so a graduated filter doesn't work particularly well in these conditions, but it's bringing some detail back into the sky, and I might be able to do a little bit of something on that way post-processing. I'll just brighten this up a little bit so you can see the composition. I've got, as you can see here, I've got this pool here and the one beyond it, plus just a little hint of the sea there, castle up here, and these two kind of lichen and mossy rocks that I'm so taken with. So I'm going to move around a wee bit because there's some more ponds over here, and I particularly like this one with the green moss on the surface, so I'll see if I can work that into a shot along with this lovely yellow coloured lichen. But yeah, it's looking good. What I've done here is I've moved around a little bit. As you can see, this is this green moss covered pond pool. We're starting to get quite a bit of cloud in. I just realised there, as I turned the edge of the rock and looked round, it's suddenly become very, very overcast, and it actually looks as if it might rain quite soon. So what I'm going to do is make the most of this little bit of light that we have, and try and get a shot here, and then I think it might be time to start heading back towards the castle and take some shots down there. As you can see, I found some more pools here, which are reflecting the light and kind of breaking up the foreground a little bit, and then you've still got the castle in the background, albeit it's now a very small part of the image. The light's kind of coming and going. I think I'm about to get the last part of the light, because just to the south of me it starts to look as if it's about to start raining, and quite heavily by the looks of it, which to be fair was the forecast, so this little bit of sunshine that I got was actually a bonus. But I'm going to try and make the most of that. I maybe get down a little bit closer, really emphasise these. There's some shellfish here, and I'll get down a bit lower, and I might allow me to emphasise them a bit, but still include the castle. Okay, right, well, rather than flee before the storm, I thought I'd hang back and see if I could get an image with these shellfish, the little pond, and the now quite stormy looking sky. So, it rained and heavy. Good news is I do actually have a coat with me today, but always When the light had gone, what I did was I spent some time just taking little abstract details, like here on the rock, little macro compositions of the moss and the lichen. Got a couple of this pond as well. Yeah, that was quite fun actually, quite enjoyed that. Got to grab another shot of the castle now because it's starting to light up again. Why is it when other photographers on YouTube put out the tripod, it's done effortlessly, isn't it? It's just like a little turn of the control here, swish, the light comes down, next thing you know the tripod's set up. I was like a crab wrestling with an octopus there, trying to get that done. So I was making my way back when I noticed that the tide's starting to go out now and it's leaving behind all these larger ponds and rock pools. So what I'm doing is put the camera back out. I know I said I need to get back, but I've got the camera out because it looks like we're about to get some sun breakthrough as well. So I'm just shooting handheld rather than get the tripod and all that back out. But I'm kind of grabbing shots with the castle, but with these rock pools in the foreground. And I've noticed there's a really big one there with some kind of brightly coloured rocks in it. So I'm going to head there as well. So yeah, give us a wee thumbs up if you liked it. The more people that like the video, the more likely YouTube is to show it to others who aren't followers of the channel yet, and it all helps. So give us a thumbs up.